far you're going.
Yeah, Lizzo cornered the market for big girls, and no one has really done that on that scale yet.
It's
which is why
bad,
she was
bitch.
so successful,
Clyde.
I
Yeah,
think.
it's
What about
thick.
Missy
30.
Elliott?
What about her?
Didn't she make big girls look good?
She made big girls look good, but she wasn't
wasn't
promoted
pushing
for
the
being a big
Yeah.
girl.
It wasn't marketing towards
Yeah.
that, but Lizzo cornered the market for big girls. You know,
Lizzo's the
body
only person.
positivity
Yeah.
movement.
She's
She
an awful
really pushed
person.
and pushed
No,
and
like she's
pushed
the
that.
only person that was promoted to big people.
I
Like
was
No,
with
no,
you.
no,
big.
no, no, no.
Out.
Monique, Monique.
Monique wasn't. Like Monique was Monique. Like this girl.
She definitely put on for the big girls.
No. She put on, but I mean like. What Monique did in her career, they took that and then made a gimmick and gave it to Lizzo. Like Lizzo came out promoting,
Big girls.
yeah, like she's promoting
Watch
it.
out for the big girls.
Yeah, she not like happened to be
So
big.
what was Fat Girls?
That was me being proud that I'm big. Not
Okay.
hey, stay
I don't
fat.
have a weight problem. You just got a problem
With
with,
my
my
weight.
weight. I love it. I know that's right.
But I'm saying that's like Lizzo coming into the game. Like we got to know Monique for about 7 years of just being Monique. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're right.
Like Kim, y'all remember Kim went from the fat friend to the people that everybody was like, bro, I rock with Kim, bro. Kim cute, you know what I mean? So it was like her being herself. We don't even know who Lizzo is. We just know she fat.
No.
She plays the flute really well.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what I do.
they didn't monitor they didn't promote none of this in the beginning. She just came out.
I'm a big girl.
That's it. And they should have gave her that other song that I'm all about that bass because they gave that to a white girl. I'm confused about who they give records to. They gave I'm all about that bass, no trouble. My mama told me to shake your. Y'all remember that song that white girl was singing? It was clear for a black person.
Wait, is there a lot of those?
Oh, that's a good. Damn.
When you talking about I'm all about that bass.
About that bass.
About that bass.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a white girl that they gave that song
yeah.
to, but it just didn't fit because everybody else in the video was black, and they was all shaking because they was thick, and she had the little pancake.
Wow.
But it's no,
Where is she now?
I don't know.
Hopefully she's alive.
In the basement?
What's her name anyway?
He said what?
Hopefully she's alive. You
I
guys
be
are awful.
wondering though, where do these
be
people
going dark.
go?
They die a lot of times. That's why I was saying I hope she's alive.
Not all of them.
I think we just shouted somebody out that was dead.
Who?
Wait a minute. Was it y'all or
Stop.
was I watching something?
I can't stand you.
Same thing. All right. It was a podcast.
Same
you guys are the same people. You guys are
Same
the
thing. All right. He's.
That's racist.
We gotta do better.
All right, man. Moving on. Is sex a love language?
I guess I'm gonna ask another question with a question. Why can't it be?
It's not that it can't be. I think people don't include it because it's a pleasure. But I think the whole thing about all of them is these are my pleasures. But I think that's the argument to answer your
I don't
question.
know. I feel like you would have to define what is a love language first.
Yeah.
And then separately define sex to be able to say, is sex a love language? And when I look at what a love language is how do I effectively communicate that I love and am loved? And would I put sex in that category? No, I wouldn't. But if I love you, the sex will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about the chemistry.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just, for me, there's so much more that goes into good sex than just love, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
It
love
seemed very
language-
manipulative in
yeah,
a
like
way.
my love language is, like physical touch. And if you touch me right, then obviously,
Talk to me. What's up?
there will be some,
Rewards.
You okay?
hopefully.
Like, what the hell?
But
Hey, if I can ask you a quick question.
because if that's your love language, then everyone you love, you have to have sex with. I feel like
She wasn't going to answer
Hold on,
it.
let me ask a question. Is there just a set love language? Like, is it like just like 7, and like these are just the
I mean,
7?
that's what they say, but I'm sure there's people who
That's
don't
not true,
fit
right?
into that category.
Okay,
None of
okay,
those
cool,
work
cool,
for
cool.
them. And I'm sure, like, for
Yeah.
polygamists or sex addicts, that sex for them is a love language. But for me, it's not. That's just me, though.
Yeah,
It's not my love language.
yeah. I think
think
because I think like when I first heard of this, it used to be that's for you to get to learn yourself, and then you can
What,
communicate.
sex?
No. Like
Or love language.
yeah, like this was you to learn yourself, not to just shout out things like that you would like. It's something that you took the time to say, this does help me feel better. Like these are things that I need if I'm going through things, or this is something that I learned about me. Like I like when people help me with things, or I
Help me
like,
with a lot of things.
you know what I mean? I like when people touch me. You know what I mean? Like I learned that this is what I like. But I think over time we sped up that process and just say what we think we like. Then we get into relationships and realize we never liked the shit like that we said we liked.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I think if you say sex language, somebody can have sex with you and it can be horrible and you can still feel like it's a transaction. And that's the
think it
worst sex
minimizes
ever.
The intimacy of sex, in my opinion.
Sorry?
I think it minimizes, like, to say that sex is a love language, it minimizes it, in my opinion. Because when you look at sex is the basis of sex was for us to come together to create life. That's the basis of it.
Yeah.
And I'm married, so I can say, like, having sex with my husband is
Hold on right quick. Bring it back.
I was just
one
gonna
more
say-
time.
We don't have
One
to
more
do that.
time. Flag
You
on the
were
play. Because I
just
wasn't
talking.
able
We don't
to
have
say
to do
this
that.
because I didn't know, but you said it. And you can't get mad at me because you said it. I just want to slow it
We
down
don't have to do that.
one
And
more
when did this
time.
happen?
What did you say?
I said a lot.
Her husband.
You, which means, help me out, Michelle. Husband, which means she's a.
Married woman. Wow. When did this happen?
When it happened.
Put a date on it.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
That's just kid being
No,
a king.
because we were just sitting here.
Kid say
She
you
did
always
not
was
say
a wife.
husband.
I usually say my man, but I've been practicing the husband part.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah,
well, then,
practice that part.
maybe that's it
It
then.
rolls off so smoothly now. That's
know
a term
that's
I didn't think I'd
her
ever say. So
husband.
Let me just say, congratulations.
Congratulations. Love always wins.
Ye's wives now. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just
Oh,
thought
this
that was
is
dope.
real.
Yes, this.
So she hasn't been married this whole time?
No.
I've been saying a lot of good things about you.
What?
Do you change your mind now?
I mean, you weren't married at the time. I shouldn't have been saying those things.
It's okay.
But she was working towards it.
I mean, we were
No.
engaged.
Yeah, that's why. So that's what last conversation.
Engaged doesn't count.
I'm thinking she's
It
engaged.
doesn't, but
I honestly thought you were married the whole time. There's a lot of things about you.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
I'm proud of
Oh
you.
yeah, I'm just a lonely soul.
No, you're
out
not.
here in this lonely, lonely world. But it's okay.
We actually say Miche instead of J Miche. I don't know if you know
Which
that.
do you prefer?
Miche.
It's really Miche. I just put J Miche because
It's
you
$7.
gotta really. I want people to know that's not. It's my name, but it's not my name. That's my name. That's my middle name. So that's how I go by. But it's like I want a little pizzazz of my first name to be in there. So
Yeah.
J Miche.
Yeah.
So, but my real name, for anybody who doesn't know, is Jermesia. Jermesia, Jermisia. Maybe that was a little too TMI, but I think a lot of people don't really get it right, and it really pisses me off.
They
So
say
I feel like Miche,
Jamisha, and they always
yeah,
say that.
Jermesia or Jermisia or Jamisha.
Jermisia.
It's just like
Crazy.
and it's literally self-explanatory. I don't see how people can get it wrong.
I've
But
been called Ariana before, so it happens.
yeah, so and I've been here dealing with that all my life. Like I hate when people get my name wrong when I just told you what it was. My name is Jermesia. Jermesia? Jermesia. That's it. But
This is real. Like,
but the military, yeah, but a lot of people started calling me Miche in the military, and I just kind of stuck with it. And it
Miche.
just- yeah,
You know what? Yeah, thank you.
so that is the premise of the Miche background is the military.
yeah. My one of my closest best friends, he just started calling me. He was like, I don't like blending, and Jermesia, it's too long. He like, what's your middle name? I was like, Miche. Man, I'm just gonna call you Miche. And then after that, everybody just
Everybody
like, cause he started introducing me to him like this Miche. So everybody started calling me Miche, and it just kind of stuck with me. So I was like, dang, and that's crazy, how like your name changed. So I literally have been called each and every one of my names.
Yeah.
Growing up, Jermesia. In the military, it's Blandon. Dang, I just told y'all my business. But
You put it out there.
I
now.
did.
You
Okay.
did, though.
We bound by
Yeah,
blood,
full
man.
package.
And then now it's Miche. So I feel like I just represented my name in
All the
all
way through
different
and
walks
through.
of life. So one day maybe I just may wake up and get back on my first name. I don't know, but right now it's Michelle, J. Michelle, and I am who I am.
Shout out to that shoulder that just kept coming further
see
and
it?
further.
I love it.
It was
Yes.
growing.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
All right, well,
Cause where did kid come from?
Well, before I
Ooh,
answer,
she did it.
I'm gonna give you that. But before I answer that though, there was this girl I used to go to school with. Right, she used to walk around the school with a pillow, and I used to always wonder why she had this pillow.
And she's
What
like,
it was is she used to knock bitches out and just lay the pillow right there on the ground.
Man, shut up, man. Shut up.
this sound like a bold-faced
Shut
ass laugh.
up, bro. Shut up.
What does she have to do with you being named Kid?
Right,
That
so I'm still
You're
waiting for
telling
the
her
answer on that.
story.
Hey, bro, listen.
waiting on
You
that
gotta understand why this guy is like a magician coming up, bro. He used to do this in real life, and people used to be like, "But why did she carve the pillow?" He used to just do this right here, like just shake the question off and say something random with a straight face. And but people used to be like, "But why?
She got the pillow.
Why? Like, where did she get it from?" And like,
Like, what she
he
ugly?
get
What
away
she
scot
did? Why they
free.
talk about her?
Not answer questions.
Not tonight.
Answer
Where
question.
did kid come from?
Well, kid came from this right here. All right, so first I was doing music, and I created a name that I came up with first before Lil Wayne and all of them. So I was calling myself Young Money. Then a year later, Young Money comes out. So I said, shit, boy, I got to figure out a way how to incorporate my name with other things. So I have a favorite DJ. At the time, his name is Kid Capri. So I just took Kid and then put Money. And then I just kept it as Kid. And as a side, part two of that is my dad's name is Money. And his name is Big Money, and I would be
Kid,
Kid
money.
Money.
Okay, I like it. I like
Hey,
it.
y'all don't be thinking I just be coming up with these names, bro. I was born with this name. And crazy story is, in my yearbook, it says what? It doesn't say Kid Money. But it does says
gonna
money.
guess that.
Okay, it says money.
Okay, what's
I will
that?
say
Kid
that.
money.
The white people will let you put anything. Kids. Those white people will let you put anything in those yearbooks.
Anything?
I've been saying that for the longest. No. That's my biggest problem, like with this name thing. I've been saying that, bro. These white people do what they want to do. That, hey, man, my GM real name isn't Chip. So why everything got to be Chip? His name is Chester, but he get to be Chip everywhere. So that's why I'm saying my son, he get to be Deuce everywhere.
Yeah,
Like that's his carried name.
I had a
I'd
classmate
be pissed off. Like,
Stop calling me number
when you
two,
first
number
introduced
one.
yourself in class,
Yeah,
her name is Cheesy.
Cheesy.
He really called her Cheesy. Like that was her name.
I had a girl. Her name was Absidy, and it was spelled ABCDE. But Vito, where did you get your name from?
Throw it on me real quick.
Hey, that was the shake move.
Yeah, like okay. And moving on. Where did you get your name from? Mr. Humble Beast.
Well, my middle name is Trevito or Trevito, but I just use it for short, just Vito. My first name crazy though, so I'm gonna say it. But my first name is Earlyante. And yeah,
Earlyante.
people get that wrong all the time.
Like Earlyante.
Yeah,
like
Earlyante.
it.
So I just go with Vito because Earlyante is too long, and Trevito is too long. But Vito, I got like so many fake nicknames that I use.
Such as
V?
Nah, they way.
What's the crazy one?
Carlos. That's when I'm in Florida doing things that I shouldn't be
I
doing.
ain't gonna lie, you give off Carlos. Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
you know how, like, you ever just look at somebody and be like,
You can be a Carlos.
you be, yeah.
Yeah, Carlos and Santana is the main two ones I use though.
So your boxing name is
The Humble Beast. I got that from my favorite rapper,
what's your last name? Though?
Evans.
Evans. So okay, so
Yeah, Evans. The Humble Beast came from
Vito Evans. Okay,
the
yeah.
rapper G Herbo. That was my favorite rapper growing up. And that was my favorite rapper growing up. I used to
Yeah,
train
that
him
made you
every
feel
day.
some type of way then.
No, I've always hated G Herbo.
You
like,
hate G Herbo?
with
Man,
a passion.
Man, that was my favorite rapper growing up. Like, I thought I was him for a minute. What? And then I finally like started listening to R&B, but like for a minute I was like straight Chicago music every day.
I love Chicago music. Not gonna lie
Yeah,
about
I was
that.
like G
It's
Herbo and
different.
Lil Fo every day.
Nothing
every
wrong
day.
with it, man.
Now it's just straight Brent Fayez. That's all I listen to.
Brent Fire is straight.
Straight. I ain't gonna
He's
lie.
straight.
That's damn near
I
my
guess because I'm a
personality now.
see, I'm a black guy, so it's hard for me to get into anybody else with these same styles. See, I like black. And it's like they all the same. Like they different in their own ways, but they all sing about the same things. So it's like I can insert black music in all of Brent music. You know what I mean? I'm sure you not shit. I got high. You flew in. I put it on you. You know what I mean? Like it just be all those.
Nah, he'll talk about some love type stuff because I like old.
Yeah, they all
R&B
yeah.
too, but
Okay.
I like what women like because I grew up around women like my whole life. I ain't really have too many.
That was such a
male
player
I
thing
know.
to
I
say.
like what lemon like. Well, look, I got over here. I like what?
friends. Nah,
Do a hair flip.
What? It's just the way he said. I said. What?
nah, for
Okay.
real. Yeah, that's just how I always been. So I listen to R&B, real old R&B, because my mom grew up clean, listening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, y'all. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead and have a little fun. What do you classify as old R&B? Let's just go ahead and get it out the frame. Let's just go ahead and do it.
80s, 90s.
Okay.
I listen to stuff older than that though.
Okay.
But
Give me
I
song.
love
No.
the
Give me
70s.
songs.
The Bee Gees, the
Hold
Beatles.
on. Y'all remember? I got you.
Because if you sing some Monica, I'm going to leave.
No. This
I can pull
my
up
song
songs
right here.
now.
This my song right here though. This might be 90s though. This might be 90s, but this my song right here.
Give it to me.
Let me see if you gonna know it.
And if I ever
Ever
fall
fall
in love,
again.
Hey,
I
boy.
wasn't sure.
Okay,
That's
yes,
the
sir.
lady
Yes.
that's a
We hear that,
friend.
my friend. We hear that part right there. Favorite part right there. My
Mid condition.
Yeah,
That part,
you
I
got
can't
down
hear
with
that.
that.
I punch people. I can't say.
I can't
Okay.
sing it all
Yeah,
either.
that's that song right there.
You know, but like 5 people together, they can make it sound smooth.
No, not at all. That was garbage. But
Yeah.
I love us.
We
If
just-
we
we just
was
gotta find out
on
harmony.
at the same time, we would have saved a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little bit.
See, y'all could just put me on the camera and I can do like the hand motion.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
That's all you
all
needed
white
back
on.
then.
That's all.
I ain't doing no
Little
singing. Just let me
box
sit
in the
there,
background.
baby oil on my chest, and just do that part. That's all I got.
Like I
I
want to be
miss
on the
the
wall
90s.
singing my heart out to somebody. Like you just
Nah.
took your home away from me.
The 90s songs,
How
man.
you doing?
That's back when men was really in love. Men was really
We
in
need
love
to get
in
back
the
to that.
Yeah.
Keep
the 90s, all
sweating
that was
nobody.
Keith
Like,
Sweat was
come on.
gangster.
I don't care.
Keith Sweat
That's my
gangster,
boy.
boy. Keith
That's
Sweat,
my boy.
goddamn, I'm telling you, boy. That's every song.
He a little whiny, but
Yeah, but it's gangster though. Keith Sweat is, listen, man. Keith Sweat, everybody in that little era, Jodeci. Even though I feel like Drew Hill is better than Jodeci.
Yes,
That there I said.
he's absolutely right. 1000%. Damn it.
Got this feeling.
I was
No,
That
forget that, bro.
You know who
Man,
I
hold
really
on.
hated?
Who?
Jagged Edge.
Yeah, you tripping.
I could not stand him.
Yeah, you tripping.
The
You
only
in
song I
Atlanta,
ever
bro.
112.
Did you notice that both twins got gaps? They're consistent.
I didn't even notice they was twins until like
Just now.
no, not even just now, but like years after they've been out. I was just like,
Oh, that is the same guy.
I'm like,
What
I
the
knew the
fuck?
two main ones, but the other two, I was like,
Yeah, they brothers. Yeah, like brothers and brothers.
yeah. I'm like, okay, they're cute or whatever.
If you make a song called Not That Way, Drew Hill. Sorry, I can't even see none of them topping that one song by itself. You guys can, oh yeah, my bad. And my favorite singer is as of this year, I think I just turned him to my favorite singer, Mr. Tevin Gamble.
Tell me.
Stephen Gamble.
Yes. Besides the greatest singer in the world to ever live, to ever bless the mic, which is Michael Jackson.
Greatest singer?
Singer?
Yes,
Great
yes,
singer?
yes. I've played the vocals without music. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but the best?
Greatest. I meant the greatest, not even the best.
The greatest?
I ain't talking about his dance move.
He's the greatest
Vocals.
performer.
Performer, yeah.
But you said, like, we won't even put Usher on this list.
Go put Usher on the list.
And you seen Usher while he was tired. Boy, he was, hey, and he was still tired.
Right.
I said, boy,
And the weekend.
Oh, the weekend.
Weeknd
for sure.
crazy.
The
I
weekend
have
for
never
sure.
seen nothing.
but I have never
Ain't
seen
nobody like The
vocals.
Weeknd. Oh, The Weeknd.
Never. In my life to this
I can't
day,
hear for him.
I
I
have
can't
not
listen to him
seen
for too
nobody
long.
do what Whitney Houston can do vocally. Like, just on a talk show. Just, like, I have never seen nobody that can do that. I'm sorry. At this point, I'm sorry, but she's the greatest vocalist ever.
Ever. for
Guess
sure.
who they got on YouTube, Mark, as the greatest vocalist?
Who?
Please don't
By
say
round.
Swift.
Bruno Mars. I
No,
swear.
no.
I swear they got it's Bruno
Well, they
Mars.
named John
This-
Legend
no,
the
no, this
sexiest
is-
man
this
alive.
not-
So who?
this
What
not
the fuck do
factual,
they
though.
know?
This
I don't know.
This
What
just a
do
show.
they
That's just
know?
a show though. It's not factual, but that's who the
Shout
show
out to
marked
John Legend.
as the greatest vocal. It's a show that vocalists. You know how YouTubers have like just it'd be like vocalist YouTubers. They listen
Yeah.
to everybody, but this is just their opinion. And they had marked it as Bruno Mars. They was playing everybody without the
He don't
instrumental.
even really do too many like
He don't do no runs.
like
he
no
don't do
mu-
nothing.
he not even he don't
Nah,
really do
man, I
too many
can't do
ranges,
it.
but
I just can't even do it. Nah, that kind of made me sad.
Yeah.
Like, that made me real sad.
He could have been biased. No, he's a white dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we got time for this last question. What is the problem with sexual harassment?
Wait, what?
everything.
Is that a question?
Wait. Before you ask it again, hold on.
What's
Say. Just
what's
say
wrong about
SA. Just say
Right.
SA.
Like, I'm confused.
YouTube.
Like, what's wrong with
Yes.
murder?
So let me give the backstory on
victim?
like what I meant, and I wanted that response. So at this point, sexual harassment is becoming an even bigger problem. But the problem that's keeping this thing unable to be cured is the fact that we get so many people that falsely accuse others and they do not get punished. So them group of women make it hard for the real group of women.
for sure.
And right now we got the Vince McMahon thing happening, and it's not cool. They calling it, and there's another thing. They calling this sex traffic. Now, if you guys smarter than me, please correct me. But they calling this sex trafficking. Basically, he had a woman. He was messing with her. He was paying her. But then he said, hey, mess with my friend tonight because he's going through a hard time. Then she did that. Then he said, hey, I'm trying to get him to sign this deal. Mess with him for a little bit. And they call that sex trafficking. I feel like that's rebranding it. But I can be wrong. But I feel like that's rebranding it because that's just, sex trafficking that's a really crazy thing. And now we making it sound as normal as you got a girl to sleep with 2 other dudes.
It's kind of like how everyone's a rapper.
Yeah, it dilutes it for me. Like it makes it not as important. Like somebody say, hey, they over there sex trafficking. Like nigga, you gotta figure that out. But if they say somebody over there sex trafficking because he got, this girl to sleep with 2 other girls in a month span, it's wrong. But it's like I just feel like we're rebranding something and making it less important. I feel like we're doing it on purpose. Like,
It's we, though. Like, collectively as a
like
society.
whoever's making this stuff up, then like we begin to say it.
Because they're the main ones that's doing it.
Yeah, like it's really weird. But like I don't know if y'all see what's happening with like these cases. It's more than one big stars that's being charged with sexual harassment and sex trafficking. But then when you look into it, what was the sex trafficking part? It was not like you took this girl away from her home and then she's in this part of this ring or something. No. She just came and then you just told her to have sex with John, then Jay, then William, you know what I mean? And she did it. And they said that's a now form of sex trafficking.
I mean,
Was
all of
she
it sounds
working
bad
for
as
the
hell
person?
either way.
Huh?
Was she working for him too?
She was yes getting financial.
Because I know that they starting to make it work. If
Yeah.
you work for a person and you do that, the person fears for their job.
I thought
Yes.
they just
So
called a
then after
prostitute.
that, it'd be called, it'd
that's
be
what I
called
was
that. But I know they've been saying it like that. Like that's illegal. That even if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're asking more and they feel like they're gonna lose their job, that's a form of it. I'm not saying it is true, but that's what they're saying.
If you at a point where you can make a mistake, this is what they did with rape. If you can make a mistake and break a law, that law is tricky to begin with. So in other words, if Will got Tika and Tika,
Nigga, that ain't gonna do shit.
yeah, and like he got Tika to have sex with a friend, and they paid her, and she had sex with another friend,
Well, if
and
you
they
getting
paid her,
That's not really,
and then she say, "Hey,
that's prostitution.
I was part of sex trafficking."
That's not. That's not.
But I'm saying making it easy, and I'm saying that's the problem with the whole sex abuse thing. Like at this point, I don't know what to believe.
And
I
that's
do know
yeah.
statistically, most people who are truly rape victims, like 80% of them never go to law enforcement. So a lot of people who are coming forward, the majority of rape victims aren't getting any form of justice.
Yeah.
So the people that are coming forward, how do we sift out a true victim from an untrue victim?
There you go.
Is that what you're asking?
You said it better than me.
I don't know. I think it's difficult because I believe, and I'm a woman, and I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of women. And my belief is if you got a room full of women from age like 5 to 90, every one of them would have a story of something inappropriate that has happened to them.
Facts.
However we could term it, however we could call it. So my thing is there is an issue happening societally,
Yeah.
and I don't know that it's really up to us to say, oh, flag on the play because everything's inappropriate. But there's a lot of inappropriate things happening to our women already.
Yeah.
And I think it's an issue that should be addressed, but not to women, but to men. Because I don't know if this was anyone else, but in middle school, I remember them taking all the middle school girls, bringing us into a room and telling us how to act like a lady so guys don't take advantage of you. The guys weren't getting that conversation.
Now we got to come. Well, I don't
Not in
know.
my middle
Yeah.
school.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
we
And
actually
you
had
got
I had to be
grandmas
careful,
getting
but
raped.
yeah,
You
we had
got
that
grandmas
conversation.
getting raped, so obviously it's not how I'm dressing.
Yeah, 'cause I think the
you
health
know?
class, and I don't know if everybody was the same, but I remember the health class got separated like around like 7th
We were
grade.
in middle school. I remember that.
Yeah. I remember the men was in one, the women was in another.
So I mean, I say that to say like there is a true issue, but I think it's because there are some men that feel like a woman is to be possessed and to be had, and whether she's a willing participant or not, like his needs and his desires are more greater than the permission.
Yeah.
And if we're even having this conversation where like, oh, the lines are getting blurred, or you know, people are getting carried away with what they're classifying as sexual harassment, I would argue that they're not. And even if that is being discussed, I say good for that, because there's a lot of inappropriate behavior. The thing too, like, what was he doing to even be caught up in something like that?
Who?
This guy that you talked about.
Oh no, I'm not defending him.
You know, and it's just,
Yeah,
it's just and it's
I'm not
kind of
defending.
not the same thing, but almost like the T.D. Jakes thing, like all the speculation. If you're a bishop, how is your name even in these types of
Facts.
conversations?
Facts.
So if you're doing what you're supposed to do, if you're living your life a certain type of way, then these things technically shouldn't be touching you. But
Yeah.
if your name is getting brought up in these conversations, and there's people accusing you of certain things,
It's for a
you gotta
reason.
ask, like,
Yeah.
all right, well, what were you doing, the man and the woman? What were you doing to be in these types of situations?
This is what I would say to that. To the first part is, it's mainly the people that's innocent. Like if, let's say Joe Schmo, he's in college and he's messing with a woman, and it don't end the best.
Like Nate Parker.
You feel what I'm saying? So now she's like, bro, you raped me. And it's like,
Buyer's remorse.
so it's just that, like, it's to the point we don't mushed it all together for so long, you don't know where to look if something happened. Now
What's
the other
percentage of
part,
liars versus truth tellers.
And I definitely
because I think
got you.
in the group of people who are saying, okay, this thing happened to me, versus the people who are doing it out of spite,
Uh-huh.
I would guarantee you the spiteful ones are a lot lower in numbers than
Lower.
the ones who actually,
That
it
actually
did happen
happens.
to. You know, and again,
Yeah, I agree.
with the Nate Parker situation, Birth of a Nation, that black filmmaker,
Yes.
that's what happened to him. And I read the court files. It's clear it was consensual sex, and
It was
she
clear.
got mad and buyer's remorse. Now I'm gonna say you raped me. She's a white girl, he's a black man. But at the same time, like, not to say that he deserved it, but you know, it's like I don't think anyone. He wasn't necessarily like his hands weren't clean.
But I just, why wasn't it not clean?
Well, we've all done things that we would regret.
Okay.
And I wonder, you know, I can't answer this because I don't live in his
Yeah.
mind. I wonder if he knew all of what was going to happen after messing with her, would he still mess with her?
Well,
You know?
this is what I would say to that. I'm gonna say it's unfair. I think as a society, and you made all great points that I can't disagree with, only to this one. As a society, we are so afraid to make a man a victim. Like, if it's a woman and she came out naked and she was shaking and then she was raped, even if you name all of those, you would still say, but do she deserve to be violated? And then you would have to be like, well, no. It don't matter what she's doing. She doesn't deserve to be violated. Same thing. It don't matter who he with. Yes, Jonathan Majors, half of y'all keep being with people that's outside of your normal way of doing things and it's biting y'all in the tail. But I can't still miss that opportunity. You're a victim. Like, it's not fair. Like, Nate Parker's situation is very, very similar to Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
And one thing that they don't say, but you can tell happened, they was threatened first. And that's the thing. If a woman threatening you first, do this or this gonna happen. Because that's the first thing Jonathan Majors said. She threatened me. She told me this was gonna happen to me. And Nate Parker was like, bro, you should have paid attention to me. I was the biggest. I was finna be the big. I was with Denzel, my nigga. I was finna be the biggest.
That star has faded, unfortunately.
But then my last part is, how do you teach men about women? You kind of have to blur the line to me. Like, I have to explain to my child that you're gonna have these urges. You're going to, but we have to acknowledge it. Like, I never heard no man acknowledge it to me. Like, bro, you gonna want it. Like, bro, you gonna want it. Sometimes you gonna have to not partake. Like, no man never talked to me that way. Like, bro, vagina is just, bro, it make you do crazy things. People always say that once you did the crazy thing. Like, it was like nobody ever told me when I was a kid, hey, bro, when you grow up, your friend over there, like, that you cool with, you gonna look at her differently, bro. And you gonna, like, something about her is gonna make you want her in ways you don't even know how.
Man.
You feel what I'm saying? And then I'd be like, huh, okay, cool. I suggest randomly, I'm like randomly, bro. Her body is just gonna become, it's, you know what I mean? Like, men,
appealing,
yeah, we have a nature. Like, nobody talk about a man nature. We always talk about this, and that. A man have a nature. Sex is part of our nature. That's the truth. Like, I don't know why nobody ever says it. Sex is part of your nature.
You should maybe give a sex ed class.
I'm not that good in teaching sex.
You're not that good at sex.
But how
I'm great at
you
sex.
could get better by teaching it.
But
Because someone
pray
has
for
to
me.
have these conversations with
Yeah,
guys.
facts though.
Like, the
Facts.
conversations have to be had to the men. Because telling women to dress differently and,
Stupid.
don't be out late. I mean, it's not up to us. I mean, it is to an extent. I will say that there's culpability on both sides. But you have plenty of situations where women, pregnant women, I mean, they weren't asking for it.
Right.
So clearly there's an impulse that is within certain men that has to be addressed. And
That's stupid when people say that, because then explain jail.
what do you mean?
If this girl did something to you that just made you resist urges, explain jail. It's our nature to want something, and then when you can't have it, you substitute. So what I'm saying
okay,
is,
I
you
see- I
can't
see where
blame.
you're
Yeah,
going.
you can't blame that's like blaming the gazelle. That's like saying, hey man, the tiger is gonna keep on eating y'all because y'all walking out here with these stripes. No, if it's not y'all, the lion gonna eat something when it's hungry. I don't care who it is. If you're there, you're part of the. You
That's
know what I
a good
mean?
point.
So it's the same
That's
with,
a really
with like with men. Sex is, it's like in us, and it's what we like. Is what we is like builds us. Is what it is. It's embedded in us, but we don't talk about it enough.
That's true. These conversations are important to have then.
Yeah, that's scary. Anybody would like to expound upon before we expound upon? That sounded better in my head, but it didn't come out right.
Expound.
Yeah, it didn't come out right. Yeah.
I think it's just a lot of negativity that's going on that people. It's not just even within sex trafficking. It's a lot that is going on around this world that we're oblivious to. And when it comes down to this rape thing, I think because sex is so vocal now, like it's just so out there. This is like the perfect thing as a cover up. As to mesh it all together and make it seem like it's nothing.
That's a
because
great
it's
point.
so much. It's like
So much happening.
sex is such a norm now. Like it's okay to have sex. It's okay to do whatever and be
Suck dick.
all
and fuck
out.
at
You
the
know what I'm
club.
saying? So it's kind of like when you got you saying like women just over here getting paid when they're calling it sex trafficking. What if that really is it? But it's so common we can't even differentiate these type of things anymore.
Maybe
good point.
maybe like with that is actually a thing and it's that easy to happen.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
And so, like, for the women who are really, really victimized, it's very, and I even tried to, I'm even trying to stop doing that because was a victim of sexual assault, and it's so hard. It really is hard, especially being more in a male environment, to voice that you have been violated and for people to believe you, people to, you know what I'm saying? Because when I voiced mine, it was a, well, what would you do? What did you do? Was you wearing it? Did you go over that for that intent? And it's just like, that was the first questions you asked me.
Yeah. Same.
You know? And so I think it's just maybe that's a defense mechanism of where it's just like, yeah, we're getting sex trafficked, but I get paid for it.
It's easier to cope with it.
It's easier to cope than to really get out here and just do it. So I think it's one woman do it and it maybe get public, I don't know how to say that word, publicized.
Yeah.
That's when everybody else like, oh, he did that to me, he did that to me, he did that to me. And honestly, that's sad. That's sad to say that you couldn't speak up at that very present moment in time, because also too, when stuff like that happens, people don't believe it.
Yeah.
They can't believe it because like, why it take you all this time, or why it take this person, or why it take this moment for you to up and say something. But it really is easier said than fucking done. Like, people really would not believe you until, I don't know, like, really you either dead or you really have some type of evidence showing that this has happened to you. But you got to go through hell and high waters just to get your point across.
And that's why it's hard for men to be victims, because women aren't barely believed as victims.
Right.
No, I can't say women are. Nah, I can't say
I would definitely say that. I would say that.
Victims are the victims. If you're wronged, you're wronged. We don't even got to classify them all together and say, hey, bro, all y'all are victims. But in any situation, if something happened to somebody and you know it happened, let's not say, well, you know, they probably been somewhere they was. No, bro, just get them the same courtesy that we give everybody else.
We should, but we don't.
How many of us say that fucking Usher was a victim? Because it turned out that was false. But we don't say that.
I
Wait,
did.
what happened? I don't know.
Because I ain't
He
gonna
was
lie, a lot
falsely
of y'all
accused.
believe the big girl
By
anyway.
whom?
By
For
the
what?
big girl, she falsely accused him of. This was like some years back. But what I'm saying, once it came out, like it was a lie, it was brushed under. But it wasn't. It wasn't looked at like Usher is as a victim.
He was
It was
looked at as
Somebody just trying to hate on him.
Well,
You know what I mean?
We'll get you next time.
That's, you know what I mean. So
That's
I'm
how it
saying,
looks.
I get the sentiments, but a victim is a victim. Like, I do get that we are hard on women that go through this because we feel like that's kind of how it goes. I mean, you get caught, you get caught. You know what I mean? It's kind of like fish talking about the fish that got caught. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, you better watch for the hook. It's like, nah, my nigga. Like, them niggas is just eating our ass, bro. Like, so it's crazy, but I do agree that if somebody's a victim, they're a victim. Like, you can't say they're not a victim
But that's
because.
the part, though.
But
The person being a victim has to be accepted, and the acceptance part is what's not happening.
right.
yes,
And that's what we're saying, is because even women as the victim aren't believed, so then it's going to be even harder to accept men as victims because women aren't barely believed.
but see, it's the power comes into the person that's like, how do I say this? The power is like, okay, if it's like gay people and you guys have got everybody to watch you and now everybody is like focusing on your community now, the power is in your hand to even the playing field, not to, you know what I mean, use the same system that you just fought against. So it's like for women, when it's not about y'all, that's the time to make the impact. But most women don't. Like, if there's any other thing that's happening, women just be like, it ain't. We was like, hey, they talking about their women over here. Hey, sis. No, they're saying they're y'all. Y'all don't have a problem with this? The women community don't have no problem. Feminists, no problem with this? They saying that they're y'all. No problem. Okay, cool.
Oh, I have a problem with that.
But I'm saying, like, the women, like the community of women that fights for them to be equal, they only fight when it's a certain situation.
Yeah.
They don't fight when you can fight against the system that's fucking everything
That's
up.
for every
right.
group, though.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm just using them as, like, if it's men, we're always the dominant one. So it's kind of hard to fight. You know what I mean? Like, where do you go? But I'm saying if women are fighting for this to be a even playing field, you can't just fight when you're the one wrong. And I'm just only using that as a.
Of course.
So I'm saying that's the hard part. Like, that's the problem with sexual harassment. It's only looked at when a certain person is harassed.
Yeah.
So it's like if a kid is harassed and he's a boy, what happens? Do the
Same things. I mean, like in terms of like sex trafficking for children, it's just as egregious whether it's a boy or a girl.
No, I'm saying
or worse.
if a boy molested, I've seen people that come out and just say, bro, I'm struggling, but I've told my girl, you know what I mean, I just struggle in this thing. And it's still not, it's almost like, nigga, get over it. It happened so long ago.
I've been told that as a woman too.
Yeah.
Facts. But that's my point. Like, if we only fight when something happened to us, the fight's gonna continue because we only fighting when something happened to us.
Right.
We ain't fighting when something happening to somebody else to make the real change.
I still would say it's because like if it's hard for me for people to believe my story, then I can't carry your burden too when my burden hasn't been recognized.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like our fight is to just be like, okay, these things are happening to women in mass and not enough people are concerned about it. So then on top of that, you want me to be concerned about this smaller percentage of people that's victimized? We still have to focus on this first. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think we
As
gotta
a-
pay attention to the white women then. The white women have been controlling
They
because
figured it
they
out.
do that. They'll say, hey, I've been getting punched by my man for like decades. Hold on. Oh, y'all got a problem too? Oh, bet. So we gonna hijack y'all so I can get what I wanted anyway. And they hop on everybody bandwagon. But it's because they
but
understand
everybody can't hop on theirs though.
facts, but who have tried too though.
I
Like,
mean, black women did try when you had the
That was civil rights
suffragette
movement,
in
though.
the 20s.
but
You had black women trying to hop on that, and Susan B. Anthony was like, "No, bitch, not you.
Facts.
This ain't for you. This for us."
Yeah.
So when we try to hop on to momentum, it doesn't work, which is why we have to create. As black women, we've learned that we're our only best advocate. So we have to create our own space because there's not much support elsewhere.
no facts.
So
I
that's
totally
what
agree.
I'm saying. For
But I'm
us,
saying once you have your own thing,
that's what we're still working on. We're
Y'all don't
still
have it?
working on- I mean,
females have a community. Y'all have a voice now.
I wouldn't say we
I mean, that's
don't.
still not theirs though. That's still the white
wouldn't
woman.
say we
Yeah, yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
what I would say is,
Yeah, yeah,
in
get
terms of like believability, and I'm not gonna say Black Lives Matter. Please,
Yeah.
is that what you were gonna
No,
say?
no.
Because that's
Fuck this.
No. Hey, look at my face. No.
But it was a good front to show you how black women come together for the same thing, but it has a different alternative meaning. So a lot of those people like Black Lives Matter, they came together for it was men, but they weren't coming together for the men. They were using the back of what happened to the men
I'll give you that.
for another
I'll give you
situation.
that. I'll give you that.
And it happens like that a lot. That's the reason why I always say, and it's no offense, but women have like 3 altars. You know, they got their feminist altar, they got their globalist altar, and they got their racialist altar. So those 3 things is what they use to bring in certain situations. So just like we were just saying, they'll use racism to bring in something else that they're talking about. Basically, they hop on the backs of a lot of these factions. So, you know, and it's one more thing is, it's I would say when it comes to women and being, you know, sexually assaulted, I think it's more of people see it as crying wolf.
Yeah.
And it's because a lot of other women have hijacked that situation and have cried wolf. So that it makes it an image that when I say that something has happened to me, I'm just trying to get something out of it.
Right. But I feel like sometimes we have to, as people have to learn, like, sometimes you got to make my big thing your big thing. And no matter if it's a truth or a lie, I'd rather you take it serious first
That was a
and
great-
then
that was a
figure
great
out if it's a lie. You get what I'm saying? Versus, oh, you're questioning me about what did I do wrong or what did I do to put myself in this position.
Because such and
I
such
don't have to
lied
put
about it.
myself in any position for me to get raped. Because at the end of the day, this is my body. This is my temple. If I don't give you consent, that's just what the fuck it should be. Excuse me.
That's
But
a very unhumane thing to
you
do.
know what I'm saying? So I just feel like whether it's false or not, make it an issue. That this is an issue, and it's not even just with women; it's with children. We're getting worse and worse and that is men, and now to this point where people not even raping nobody, we're raping and killing. We're raping and it's a continuous thing to the point, like I said, it's becoming so common. We don't even realize how bad it's out here. We're just going on by until it takes, like he said, a certain person or a very big situation for them to understand how big this thing is when y'all really should have been making it big at the beginning. And I hate that for the people who are crying the wolf thing, because it's really serious. Stuff like that is really serious. That is very traumatic. And I really do hate it, especially for children who don't have a voice for themselves yet. That really, really hurts me a lot. I don't understand what people get aroused by that, by a child. I really don't, but
Their brains are wired differently.
it's just,
No, man, that's.
yeah.
Hey, man. I just wish this part of the episode we can like point at the bottom and then like a little number come up, like the 90s. Sorry, 90s was the best at this type stuff. Like I'm saying, I know people hate this, but we really had the best and the worst generation. Not like on a total poll against everybody, but I'm just saying.
No. Leave it there.
Just
leave
leave
it
right
there.
there.
Leave it there.
You want me to just leave right there?
Yes.
For real?
Yep.
You feel that way?
Yep.
Damn. I was trying to be humble. Beast.
Nope. We had the
I'm
best.
trying to be a humble beast.
Because we had the end of like no technology, landline phones, phone books,
Hunching.
dial-up internet. But then we were still for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
But we acted as a unit. We were more interactive with each other.
got
We
the
didn't
best
have
of
all
both.
these, different distractions. We came together. We actually partied. We actually, had events and stuff like that. So I would love to be back in that era where we actually didn't have no
You have to call
phones.
your
I got a
friend's
call
house.
on the.
You gotta talk to
You
their
know what I'm
parents
saying?
to talk to
Let
them.
me see if your name in their phone book.
You
went
gotta
up
think
to
about
date?
this. We was in a party with no parents dancing very, very grownly. And nobody went in the room and had sex. Like it never happened.
Well,
Cut a party out here.
Probably when you got in high school, but I mean like 6th grade, I was around a lot of women and it was just like you was lucky if it happened. But
Y'all had real music back then.
true.
that was also true.
I wanna take
That was
it
real
there.
enjoyment. Y'all had real enjoyment. Social media distracted everybody and got everybody
Like
mind.
you said, there's no. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I mean, they've been there, done that.
They
Exactly.
did.
They've been there, done. They
Hey.
feel like they know everything
They
already.
trying to have a sex talk with them. It'd be
You
like,
can't show them nothing new.
And then what I'm saying is
Everything
everything is so
desensitized,
out there.
everything.
There's nothing that they're not exposed to. So
Nothing.
there's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Your
And
booty,
if you
your
want
booty
it,
hole
you
not
can
even
call
safe.
it up and have it at your house in 30 minutes, whatever it is.
Or less.
Food,
And that's lazy as
Liquor.
shit.
Yeah.
bodies.
somebody said your booty hole's not safe.
Your booty hole's not even safe.
It's not.
No part of your body
It's
is
safe.
value is safe. Not even my feet, bro. Not even your feet is
Nah,
safe.
you was- not even your feet?
Not even my feet.
What you mean, people sucking feet? It's just like randomly?
You know, people have really like foot fetishes, and
Make good money
You
from
don't
it
gotta
too.
talk to me
You
about
really
nothing,
do.
all right? What I'm gonna tell you is though,
you got a foot fetish.
no,
Oh,
all right, and you don't have to call me that, okay?
Because
So
you
that
do
has
have a
nothing
foot
to do with
fetish.
me.
You see how close
But
you
what
got
I
to-
will say
you
is
got real close to
this:
the mic on that one.
he got a
I
foot fetish.
really like when women get their hands and feet done. So you can't throw fetish and just focus on one thing. I got a fetish for the whole woman body.
Well, my hands
right.
aren't safe either. Then
Yeah, your hands aren't
Right,
safe,
yeah.
all right? Because if
We
I
losing
found you
body
in a
parts
club,
as
it'd
we
be
go.
over with.
okay.
If I found you in the club.
Cause you can get sexualized for so much stuff is really out this world. Like the minute somebody say I got the sexiest calf muscles, I say you look at that.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck wrong with you.
Collarbone.
Yeah, right. The neck line. Like
I'm
ooh,
so
like,
disappointed in y'all, man. You know how many white women get happy with me and say, "Hey, I like that you look at stuff like that," and I have to tell them, "Look,
So you
I
saying that
don't-
But
black
I didn't
women have problem with
realize.
calf muscles?
I'm just saying I didn't realize people even look at that, and I was
Bro,
like,
y'all be letting him slide.
That should be a good thing though. Attention to detail.
it is.
Really?
It
Because
is.
most men ain't. They just look
It
at your
could be a
face.
little
Y'all
creepy
like
sometimes.
backs?
Parts and it's
Necks?
that.
Nice ass.
Yeah, that's all. That's all most dudes
That's
looking at.
expected.
I'm tired of seeing ass, especially the black women's. I've seen it
They all the
everywhere.
same.
It is the
I mean,
most.
you live in Atlanta.
It's the
though.
most
Big and
recognized
botched.
ass ever, bro. It's everywhere.
You in Atlanta though.
Okay.
Then again, there's competition for us now. It's not just us with booties in this city.
That's what I'm saying.
What? You guys
Down
were
south,
so
we
natural.
already had it.
What's,
Now it's
what's
just-
your favorite part of the female body that's like a non-sexual body part? A part
good
of the
question.
body you could appreciate that's non-sexual.
We just had a little conversation about it.
Didn't tell
You know
you.
what I'm saying? Well, I will say this right here. I am a big proponent of the cheeks. I like women with juicy cheeks. And then I like women who keep their shit done. Like, being real, it's gonna be
What
sexual
shit?
to me either way it go. And keeping
hands
your
up.
So
butt
bush or no
washed.
bush?
Huh?
Sorry.
You say bush or no bush? Right now, as of lately, as the last 2
of
weeks, I've noticed, because I've had both. I like without the bush now, because all that,
I don't
spitting
see-
out shit.
I can't do it.
Huh?
I
Why
ain't gonna
not?
say I can't do it, but I don't feel like I can perform my best knowing I got a bush down there.
I mean,
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
get it
'Cause
wrong.
I'm gonna put my shit in your face. I'm a out of your face. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even
So
feel
you like
like
sitting
I
on
even want
faces?
you to, you
You're
know,
a face sitter.
you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She is
I
a
don't
face
wanna,
sitter.
She said I can't.
I feel, I don't know, like you down there and I just be like, hold on, let me find you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? No.
I mean, but if you're gonna do it, just do it right. Because I had an
No.
old girl and she waxed, and I just don't like that wax look on light skinned girls. I barely like light skinned girls. But
Do they know that?
yeah, I tell them that all the time, but they fuck with me because I'm supposedly light skinned too. But
You are good.
sorry.
Sorry.
but you know how
The
that works.
freckles.
Moving on. What body part do you
Yes,
like that's
Vito.
non-sexual?
My favorite body part that's non-sexual. Nah. Nah.
Say lips.
The teeth are like necessity. But the one weird one, a woman has to have really nice natural eyebrows.
Hey, I'm with him on that. I
Natural
like
eyebrows.
chicks with thick eyebrows.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I want my
gonna
baby to
lie
have
to
some
you.
thick ones.
That's one of them. That's one of the ones that you can't really
That's
help.
different.
Yeah,
What?
That's so
Man,
different.
love that shit.
yeah, eyebrows.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
hair in general. Like cause I used to have really long hair. I like hair. Like, so any forms of hair, feet, nails type stuff. But now I don't know fetish stuff. Just on some like the way you keep yourself clean. You know, your body is holy. It's a temple, and that tells you a lot about a person. Cause I ain't messing with no dirty feet,
Okay.
jacked up nails type thing.
That's so nasty.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
it
Michelle,
really is.
what's your favorite non-sexual body part on a man?
Teeth for sure. Your mouth has to be, I ain't gonna say top notch, but it gotta be damn near there. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if your mouth is nasty, I can't even think about kissing you. That's
That's
it's
true.
just disgusting.
That's true.
But if I would have to say, but I don't even know that's in a sexual way, their chest. If you got a little fucking bird chest, that shit gonna piss me off. But if
You
it's
like
just
the
like,
pecs to stick
yeah,
out
just
and
it's
the
just
abs?
like
You're welcome.
if you just sit upright and you just got
They
that
like pillows.
that physique.
So you
yeah.
like titties too? That's the way she
shit.
talking.
No,
She talking,
it's
sitting
not
up.
even
What the fuck?
not even the titties. I'm just saying, just like you
Whoa.
just sit right,
Right,
like you
right.
just not no
Built.
or no too big. It's just like you just sit up right, like you just got that physique that you just I don't know how to explain it. Just when you just sit up right.
Think that
Yeah, you
can
just
you
look-
think of a famous man who has that physique?
I'm not famous, so go ahead.
The jokes.
What joke? Let me go ahead and get finished.
I can't think about it right now, but I feel like cause I don't know. I feel like you can look good in any kind of shirt or any kind of top, cause your body just fits it in everything. If you got a fucking bird chest, it ain't got a and it's crazy cause I love like skinny men, but you still gotta sit up right for me, and I just be like, ooh, okay, like what you do?
Bag of bones.
So when they start putting the rose on the robot, or you guys are gonna still use the rose?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Assuming we use the rose in the beginning.
You guys use the rose.
I don't.
I found a couple roses at a couple girls' houses. Very used. I know they're used because they have white speckles on the rose.
Look, mine's on the charger right now.
White speckles on the road.
On that rose, it be having white chips and speckles now.
Unstoppable.
That's
Hey
crazy.
man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show, man. Diverse Universe, man. Thank you guys for listening and you know what I mean, sliding in where you can fit in, where you fit in, where you get in there. All right, man. One time for Vito, bro. We wish you the best, brother.
We appreciate you,
You know what I
for
mean? Don't be
coming
a
so
stranger,
much.
Very nice
man.
having you tonight.
Definitely,
Thank
bro.
you.
You got great energy, bro, and I wish you all the best, my man. Real
And
talk.
anyone out there who has been sexually harassed, sex trafficking, please don't ever be scared to vocalize what you've been through. Tell somebody, tell your situation, because it's other people that's out here who's been there and done that, and probably can help you out. So I will always say, don't be afraid to tell somebody what you've been through, because somebody's going to hear you, somebody's going to listen, and you do matter.
Well
So.
said.
I love that.